Hello. Sunny and 73 in western New York today. I live in the southern tier. Beautiful weather. Boy, I tell you, we had the heat, and then we had the rain, and more heat, and more rain, and then we got rain on top of that. So it got wet here. It is what it is, right? We have Dan Caminetti's beautiful, just beautiful 372X torque. This saw is pretty. Dan takes really, really good care of his equipment. There's no question. This morning I came out here early, finished the port work, bolted the cylinder on. Had a few things I had to take care of, but I made it back out here. I told you I was going to get another video in today, and I did. So, let's talk about a few things. When you convert an X-Torque saw to an non-X-Torque, the muffler's the same. It bolts on. The cylinder fits right on easy. But you have to change your intake and your carburetor. Well, you don't. There's things you can do, but let's not get into that as far as using an X-Torque carburetor on this particular build. Dan needs a reliable, strong saw. This is going to be strong. Reliable, strong saw. And I can fit the bill with that. But I'm going to tell you, these X-Torque pistons, I had one right here in front of me. Maybe I don't now. But these X-Torque pistons are a little bit of a different animal. This is a 372 piston. But this is a big bore pop-up one I took out a slammer saw. Yeah, it was unique. But they're shaped different. The intake has a divider. This is what the intakes look like. And I think I have another intake here. Here is the intake for the non-X-Torque. There's quite a difference. They actually inject fresh air in the top there, but the bottom, you see, isn't very big. Yeah, that's 372 XP's better. That's what we want to do, is make a saw better. So let me get this junk off the table. And I'm going to finish this up, I think. Maybe I could even get lucky and make everything go right today. I'm going to see if I can't get you some nice views and little tricks that I do to help these things kind of go along a little easier. And we'll kind of go from there. And I just set the carburetor down that I'm going to use, which is not right there. That's not. There it is. It's right where I left it. Boy, it's been a long week, guys. I've actually been out here all week. Even though I didn't make videos of everything I did. I'm trying to get ahead on this. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. So, get this little light here. And let me move you. There, got you moved. Okay, a lot of times I'll just bolt the carburetor and air horn and everything right together, but I wanted to show you how to not do that. This is one of the aluminum throttle holders. That's actually a Holtz-Forma part, but it's much better than them plastic ones. It doesn't warp. Over time, them plastic ones will warp top and bottom, and eventually you'll have an air leak. It's kind of planned into the saw. The 372 had the capability of actually lasting a long time, but they never did quite. They didn't, I'm going to be honest, they didn't last logging in a production environment like the Steels did. They did not. They were a loyal saw. I'll tell you that right now. They really were. Well, the first thing is trying to get down in there to get that carburetor on. I just pick it up, take a big screwdriver, set it right in there. that holds that up just enough where that I don't have a problem. I can't wait to run this one, actually. I noticed in yesterday's video I had my big mitts in the way all the time. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Sorry, guys. I can work on a saw, but I'm not a camera artist, I'll admit it. I'm working at a funny angle from what I normally do. I'm not used to it. There we go. You can get that thing jacked right up there. Boy, thank God for rubber intakes, huh? I really like them. They isolate the vibration from the saw to the carburetor, which is a really good thing. Not all saws are this way. You know, the 266 through 272s are not. There, I don't need that anymore, but what I do need to do is give this just a little. I tighten my screws kind of evenly. They're not a big screw, so don't get crazy with them. All I got to do is seal. They're sealing up against rubber. You know, think of that. So they don't have to be super tight. They really don't. Let me turn this around here. Now what we got to do, get our lines on. You see the line for the impulse is long on that. See how long that is? We're going to give that just a little bit of a nip. Find my nippers here. There we go. Here's the fuel line. And same thing, it's just a little long. I trim them off so I don't get kinks. Working out a position like this is good for the camera, but it's not good for getting it done, is it? I might turn this where I can see it better. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. You can put just a little WD-40 or something on them, and they'll slide down a little better, but I didn't do it, did I? Okay, so now what we got to do is go over here to the throttle. And the first thing you got to do is get that cable started through the little holder. It's got a little slot, and you just kind of get it shoved up in there. You can tell when you got it right. Need to go just a bit. There we go. And then it's just a matter of flipping this forward, grabbing your cable, and getting it through the knots. Okay, and then check to see if you got full throttle, which we do. Now I got to grab this little rubber that's on the back side. Pull that out. A lot of times I'll use a hook. I don't think I got one right on the bench right now. Let me see what I can find. Well, I didn't find my hook, but I found my little screwdriver, so we're going to do it with that. I get that kind of pushed back down in that mount. Sometimes I don't try to get these all the way in until I've run the saw is they can be a pain. And this one I did it. I got it. So that's pretty good shape there. Okay, so we got our fuel line and everything on. Now what we got to do is put our choke on. Let me see what I got here for a choke lever. Got me a pretty blue one. But these ones for the X-Torque, I think they're just a bit different. Yeah, it is. It is. See? It's shaped different. Here's regular 372. And here's the X-Torque. You see? They're shaped different. So we're going to put that on. Don't need a blue one on it. Got to get that up in there. And boy, this is a lot harder to try to make nice views. I guess I better do it if I want to be a YouTuber, hadn't I? And let me get something to gently push that on there with. And I want to use this little Phillips. There we go. I'll tell you what, sometimes they don't, they click in there, but you got to spread that just a little bit once you get it in there, or they keep falling out. Hopefully it's little things like this that really help you guys. Okay, the next thing is a handle, which we got right here. You have 4 screws that length. They're actually going in your handle. Now, the older XBs had 2 long screws and 2 short ones. If you got one of them long screws go on the side of your saw, not the bottom. If you put them in the bottom, you'll end up putting a hole in your case because them screws hit it. So don't do that. The short screws in the bottom of these saws. Now, there's one screw that's different. Okay? Sometimes you'll see it relieved with threads right here for a little bit, and sometimes it's not. But the one thing you'll notice, that they're slightly bigger diameter and a little bit different pitch. Okay, now what that does, that goes right here in your spring, right there. Okay, that's what holds your handlebar there. Okay, so I'm going to wrestle this bar on here real fast and see how we make out. This particular saw is a newer one, and I'll tell you how I know that. It's got T27 torques like the steel does, but there's no right way or wrong way to put a darn bar on. It ain't upside down, but it won't go that way, will it? But I'll tell you what I do sometimes on these 3/4 wrap. I'll just kind of get that where that I can get one bolt in. I use a block of wood, so I better get it up on that block of wood. There we go. I got it on a block of wood, sort of. This ain't my nicer block of wood, but it's a block of wood. Okay, so I'll just start them by hand. Get them going. I'm still doing this where I can't see too good. Maybe I better get it where I see. You guys can't. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Get started. Get a few threads in there. Get another. If you got screws that are stripped out, you can take a little chunk of smaller zip tie and put in there in the hole, and then get your screw in beside it, and it'll tighten them up. Because do not over tighten these. I'm just telling you, do not. But I've had way too many of these 372s come in that had been over tightened, and they strip them out. You know, that's something that you got to be careful of, guys. Okay, one of them started pretty good. And we're doing pretty good. We're getting this on the run now. It's a fun saw to work on. It nice and clean. Well, I've done an awful lot of these saws. Just hundreds and hundreds. I was going to yawn there. You see that? Hundreds and hundreds of these damn things. It's about a quarter of a turn once it comes up to where you feel it start to bite. It's about a quarter of a turn. Don't know for sure. It's probably wise sometimes to get this little spring in before you get these tightened up, but I'm not too concerned with it today because everything's real straight on this saw. It ain't got funky yet. And if I know Dan, it won't get funky. He's an amazing guy. I got to know him pretty good, mostly because I've had a saw like a long time. I'm getting down to the end of them. I'm gonna tell you, we got a Benz P62 Pioneer. I should have had that one done a long time ago, but I didn't. So we're getting there. We're coming to it. We've got more 372s to do. We got for Mr. Ziegler, we got a 460 to do. I've got my Indian buddy there, Joseph. I've got a 44 and a 372 to do for him. And I appreciate you guys' patience. Quite honestly, these are guys that haven't pressed me real hard. I showed you, and because of that, I'll build for them. I do not want to do saws for other people. I do not want to do many saws. I'll take care of the local loggers for a while. Hat, so do that the other day. Slides in right there, and you see how that goes. But you got to get it started here. Don't drop that hat. There we go. We got that. Now, right here, that's a tiny little screw that goes right here. And this one's quite a common one. But it's a little different. Nice seeing this saw go together. I've been trying to get to this. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to try to get a Sunday video in. I'm not going to do one tomorrow. I have some personal work that's got to get done, and I've got some dirt work to do. And I do have a tree to cut. Maybe we can get the video on that or something. We'll see. I got a dangerous tree. It's a spruce. It's been dead a few years. There's no bark up in the top, starting about halfway. Makes me real nervous. And I gotta wedge it. That's where them frickin' things break. So I'm gonna have to carry about 4 cans of haul ass with me in case that thing top comes out of that. You gotta judge which way that top's gonna go. And you try your damnedest to go the opposite way. Always have escape routes, guys. I don't care how long you've been doing it. Make sure, don't get complacent. Don't think, I'll get away with it this time. You don't know the day you won't. Just trust me. I'm giving you good advice. Well, what have I done here? Am I ready to put fuel in this? Geez, I think so. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I put fuel in it. That happened fast, didn't it? Of course, we had the cylinder on. That's only a 10-minute job. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my high jet. and my low jack. Okay, so I'm at half. About 1 1/8 on the low on this one. I just got a feeling, and my setting it at about 7/8 on the high. And we're just going to see how that goes here. Let me go get my gas can. Boy, I'd love to start this today for you. Okay, I pulled it till it popped good. Let's give this a real quick start here. And I got my screwdriver in case I need it. Another ring zinger, I can tell. I know it. I've done enough of them. If they don't have that quick bam, these saws, there's something off with the carb, ignition, or something. Air leak. This is a nice saw. This just run some heat cycles. But there's another one. Okay, we got like 4 right now to put in the wood. So I think we're gonna end up with a freaking all day freaking wood session here if I ain't careful. It makes me happy to get your guys' saws doing this stuff. It makes my day. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It does. I'll tell you, I get an adrenaline rush every time I start one of these saws. I'll tell you that straight out. I really, really like it. Especially when they act like this. They just go. That Blue Thunder did. Other than we knew we had a carb thing. This one, crazy, ain't it? It's just crazy. See, we got short ones and long ones here. So I got to get these in the right spot. I'm going to tell you how confident I am on this saw. I'm just going to button it up. That's what I'm going to do. Just button it right up. This ain't no trailer queen for Dan. He going to run this. Ain't you, Dan? Hang on. It's a little more than you're used to with these. Especially if you liked it. If you like them as an X-Torque, do you do this to them? You really like them. Boy, I tell you what, that snaps are nice and tight right there. I love it. I gotta find my juice. Where's my cleaner juice? Oh, lost my cleaner juice. Okay, I'm good to go. This works. Just let that set a minute. Hey, we've been going right down, ain't we? You know something? If I didn't have YouTube, the days that I have available to be out here, I wouldn't be doing as much saw work. I'll tell you that right now. You guys motivate me. You know that, right? You do. It's your comments. It's the way you feel. It's the things you share. You share information with each other. A lot of you guys have some really innovative things that you do, and ain't nobody God. Ain't nobody knows it all. You know that. So when you guys share information of your journey through the saw world with me, I listen. I'm not proud. I'm just not. I'll share anything that I've learned. All you gotta do is ask. I have no secrets. There is things I have not yet showed on video because I'd like to get a whole bunch of you getting used to building your own saws and following along and helping each other with your saws. You know, you live close to each other or something. Do that. Oh, I love the saw, Dan. Dan, I'm keeping your saw, buddy. I want you to know that. We'll build you something else. This one actually lit up with a freaking bang, just like Daryl's Johnson Red did. That's a good sign for me. They fire right up, ready to run. I like it. So you keep sharing. You keep telling me things that you've learned. We may have some interesting saws down the road coming in from a couple subscribers. We're working on a deal. Somebody's got a lot of saws. And I do horse trade. Don't think I don't. You know, you want one of these 372s, I have to have one. I don't have... It ain't like they used to be. They were real easy to get. They are not easy to get now. They are not. Not like it was. But I do get them. I've got 2 or 3 of my own personal ones. I got stuff to build them out of by buying some new plastic and maybe a gas tank or 2. I do. But, I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want? Look at that. Still got the stickers. The mark in the saw. Isn't that beautiful? I've got another 372 that's a full build for Adam Fox. He's been a patient man. Thank you, Adam. I'm not sure doing it exactly next because, quite honestly, I still got to put the plastic on a Blue Thunder and run some saws but I'd like to mix in one of these, either a 44 or 46 steel, because we've done so darn many of these right in a row. Adam, what I'm going to do, buddy, is build your bottom end, get everything ready. We'll do a quick video, and we'll have you a saw. These are some of the first saws I got. I kind of work them. I had to work around some saws because of parts availability, and I like to do a series like 4 or 5 of these in a row because you know you can just blow right through them. And the same thing with the steels, especially the steels. But you can just blow right through them. You keep doing the same thing long enough, you're going to get good at it, right? You sure are. Looking forward to all this. People, I am going to call it a day. It is almost 1 o'clock for me. And I'm going to try to get this darn video loaded up so we can share the experience. Thank you for being here. Goodbye.